Welcome back to another video. Today's audio is going to suck a bit just because this was a whole spontaneous little trip I was going to do, but today we're in Santa Monica and we're getting laid off. Cheers, by the way, and make sure to have your coffee. So I have made about 2 videos this past couple of weeks and I've deleted both of them just because insecurity, but today was definitely the day that I'm like, okay, we're going to have to bite the bullet and make a video. And I mean, that's what this channel's always been about, is to document my progress through life and the ups and downs. And we're definitely in a downtime era where, you know, getting laid off wasn't necessarily the best thing that could happen to us for a very stupid and specific circumstance that could only apply to myself. And I'm not going to get into the nitty-gritty of it, but let's just say it was a bit unfair. And thankfully I'm leaving the company I was with on good terms. Today actually I just put my 2-week resignation, but about 2 weeks ago is when I had received confirmation like, hey, we're kicking you out. And like, I think of it as an internship that I had with Chase, and I think I could say their name, but I can't say exactly what I was doing, even though I think I've already said it. But either way, I mean, just for confidentiality of it all, I don't necessarily want to say what happened exactly with Chase, but you know, I was talking to my manager today and he was chill with it. He was like, yeah, I mean, look, stay, man, if you want. I mean, we're still going to pay you. You're not going to do nothing at work. But I'm like, what the fuck's the point? You know, I'm just going to stand there like a fucking idiot, just wasting my life away. And then, mind you, I still have to drive an hour and a half of commute, which I guess is the one relieving pain that I'm gonna be relieved of for at least these next couple of weeks, is that I won't be having to wake up at 6:30 in the morning, drive an hour and a half, be with a bunch of dumbass drivers that can't get off their fucking phone on the 405. And I kid you not, people will drive and they will have their phone right here. And I'm like, what the fuck's wrong with you? Get off your fucking phone. But that's something else. Point is, I'm relieved that I'm not going to be doing that. Really happy about that. But, you know, it's kind of like a relationship. I had actually worked hard for this job, you know, or at least for the company itself. Like, I stuck with it. I have my ups and downs. And, you know, I dedicated a lot of time and energy into it. And ultimately, again, like most relationships, it could just be taken away like that. And that's unfortunately what happened, is that, you know, I remember when I first received the news that, hey, you're getting a promotion. But then I also remember the news as to where, hey, you're getting disqualified from this promotion. And you know, a year and a half of my life traversed through this whole time. Really sad about it. But I am glad that I'm at least walking away with something that I had at least 3 weeks worth of vacation time to use, which I'm currently using right now actually. Hence, I'm able to be here in Santa Monica, very chill, enjoying the coffee. But overall, it's like, as for job security, it just sucks. You know, I actually, ironically, had gotten acclimated to a 9 to 5 plus a 3-hour commute there and back every day. And I was finding a bit of solace in it, although it sounds shitty as hell, and trust me, it is. I found a bit of solace in just doing that. And it was relieving. I thought it was going to be worse. I thought I was setting myself up for failure, but ultimately, I feel as if I'm going to be okay, actually. It's still a bummer. Granted, again, like, I wish things could have turned out better. Like, I was already seeing the benefits off of just getting the pay and like slowly but surely getting myself out of debt. Like, this job was making me feel like a normal person, a normal adult per se, where like, yeah, I wasn't successful, but I was paying for bills comfortably. I was going out comfortably. I was not having to worry about next week or 2 weeks ahead of me having to save money each and every day, like that type of thing. I'm currently in that limbo once more, and it's so fucking terrifying, because I know how it is to be broke. I know how it is to just feel aimlessly hopeless, wondering how will I obtain some source of income. And thankfully, I have two interviews actually tomorrow. Today's Monday, tomorrow's Tuesday. But today I had to take the time to at least just let it finally settle in. Like, having put in my 2 weeks today at my job, it felt bittersweet. I was happy again, but just like, fuck. I gave it a chance. I took the risk. I got away from a toxic work environment, which, mind you, from the same damn company, to a better work environment in which was still a challenge in itself, to ultimately finally just getting laid off. And I'm not gonna lie, like, the company in its entirety, it's a bit of a weird relationship I had, just because, first off, they didn't care if I was still employed. They were still gonna pay me for at least another 2-3 weeks, but I had to just be there wasting my life away, which again, it's nice because it's easy money, but is there any meaningful work done? Is there any fruition to my efforts of just simply existing? Like, is there anything to be gained out of it? No, there was simply nothing. I was just there for a paycheck, and they were thankfully still gonna pay me, but part of me was like, no, screw that. I'd rather use up all my vacation time. I'd rather actually be in the limbo of, yeah, I might be broke, but at least I have this abundance of time and energy to invest elsewhere in. And don't get me wrong, I'm actually applying a lot already for other jobs that are almost the same pay, and some of them have been reaching out already, so I'm happy. But at the same time, like, all this talk about with the job market itself, it's quite scary too. I mean, my girlfriend, she was applying for Starbucks left and right and still got rejected, even though she is currently working at a Target Starbucks. Not even normal part-time Starbucks was willing to accept her, which I find stupid. And perhaps that's just a job market for people that don't have necessarily any credentials, or just have a bit of experience, but nothing that is outstandingly, like, out there. But I just feel as if opportunities should be out there. The job market should not be asked, but unfortunately, that's how it's going for this office, this election in which Trump is in. And I'm not going to dive too much in politics. Mind you, this place is meant for free of politics, free of things that tie us to societal things. Like, this is mainly just to have a reflection of the soul. And yeah, I know this job is going to be about getting laid off, but this is just simply a reflection of how I've been feeling these past couple of weeks, given that, this very shitty thing just happened. And it's crass. It really is. And somehow, in some way, I've actually found some light at the end of the tunnel, but in a toxic way, I just still wish I was still employed to that job, just because, again, like a relationship. And mind you, I know comparing relationships to actual, like, work relationships is different, but what keeps coming through to my mind is, like, all that time and effort is just, it paid off to some extent, but not in the way I wanted. Yeah. Normally I would be talking for a lot longer, but I think I talked a lot in the previous 2 videos that I was talking in, and I know by the time I finish making this video, I'm gonna regret saying not certain things. Like, I have a plethora of things to say, but I'm trying to just filter out, take out the weeds that are in my mind that just are fluff, whatever you may call it. I really am trying to enhance the quality of these videos. I mean, we've been making them for almost 3 years now. Still not famous, but again, this is my feeble attempt at escaping the matrix, getting out of the 9 to 5, and having an income off of YouTube. I kid you not, it's like I am slowly getting little signs of it. Like, just recently I was playing Pokemon Go. We're switching subjects a little bit just to give you context. I actually saw a content creator, and he had like this awesome ass camera. I think his name is Awesome Dan. Like, and I was actually physically talking to him in person. Mind you, this person's like, he's replacing an income with just simply vlogging off a video game, Pokemon Go. And like, to many that may sound pathetic, but it's like, hey, look, it's whatever makes the money and it's whatever keeps you mentally stable. Like, there's a lot of people out there that have nice ass jobs but are either lonely, don't have no one to talk to. It's like, you can't have everything in life, and I'm slowly noticing that. But this man, you know, I mean, I saw him in person. Just the fact that he has like almost, I'm not sure how much subscribers he has, but just keep in mind, it's enough to replace an adult income. That in itself is already impressive as is. I mean, to be freely available on a Tuesday through Friday, or go to another state through within that time, that's just simply amazing. You know, I look at all these people around me that are adults, and I'm like, how did they achieve to not be working a 9 to 5? Or where is their income coming from enough to just not have to worry about, oh, I should be at work? Like, that's my mentality, at least right now. It's like, I wish I could be working right now, or just not have that guilt of, crap, I wish I was working right now. I'm utterly useless. Unfortunately, that's what's going through my mind, and I'm not trying to have that mindset, but it's also toxically what's been keeping me motivated to not be so depressed and just be at home and be a lowlife. No. You know, I already had at least an hour of applying for jobs. I don't want to over apply, because then I start getting confused as to where I applied. I'm just gonna take a little break for now, and I mean, that's also why we're making a video too. But yeah, that's where we're at. Sorry if the audio didn't sound so good. I wish I brought my freaking microphone, but like, I kid you not, it was 6 in the morning and I had to like make quick snap decisions. You know, I didn't really want to even come to Santa Monica today to make this video, but I had to like at least formally, professionally put in my 2 weeks, so that way, if in case a year from now I want to reapply to Chase as a relationship anchor, it's there. But the stupid thing is, normally, yeah, like, okay, if I'm getting laid off, I would give it another chance within 2 or 3 months, right? No, like, per Chase policy, I can apply to the same position for another year, so that's already shitty in itself. But hey guys, if I could have your support, send some love, vice versa, I'll send it back if you're going through the same thing. I mean, I know I can't possibly be alone in this job market hunt or depression. Literally, we might enter a recession or depression. I forget if it's 2 or 6 consecutive quarters as to when we enter a recession or depression, but we're starting to see quarters within the economy that are not good. So, be that as it may be, we're still alive, we're still breathing. It's sad that my friend, literally footage on the news was just posted that like his hit and run was just like, it was made available to the public, and I'm not gonna share it, but you know, I saw the footage and I'm like, my friend's not even gonna be able to be mentally functioning or just okay for within a couple of years, and there's so much regret behind me not having hung out with him a couple nights before he got ran over and got mentally, like, just, he's not well. You know, he's not well. He was in the ICU, and, you know, when I put things into perspective, I'm like, you know, at least I'm breathing. At least I'm able to do this. At least I'm able to go to a coffee shop and enjoy a coffee. It's the little things in life you have to appreciate. Zombieland 2 or 1. That one stupid rule. Enjoy the little things. And that's where I'm currently at. Sorry if my voice sounds a little bit bad. Everyone's getting sick right now. Literally, I got into work and a lot of people had called off, so I'm like, yeah, if no one's here, I'm bouncing the fuck out. But that's gonna be it for today's video. Thanks guys for tuning in. Stay well, drink some tea if you're sick, and I'll see you on the next one.